Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome in. I hope you're all doing really, really well. Let me just open up and see what Spirit wants you to know right here, right now. Okay, here we go. You're being really hard on yourself. You're being too hard on yourself, you guys. You are beating yourself up. You're expecting yourself to achieve something that is, no, you're expecting yourself to achieve a goal in a specific time frame. And now that that time frame has come and gone, you're mad, you're irritated, like you haven't done it, or something like this. You are trying to push and force and rush something here. And Spirit just wants you to take a deep breath, ground your energy, and be more present in your life. Enjoy your life. Take your hands off the wheel, and surrender, and let go of any preconceived notion you have around specific time frames, right? Allow divine timing to take place and enjoy your life, because Spirit's saying that you are being so hard on yourself right now, you guys, okay? A lot of pressure. Where do you want me to pull from? The Soul's Journey lesson cards. Some of you may be upset that, you're not where you thought you would be. And Spirit's saying, that's all ego. Just let that go. You are where you're supposed to be. It's okay. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Maybe there's something here that you're not wanting to look at. We're going to pull on that, but Spirit wants you to to know that if specific things haven't happened yet, they're just not meant to, and to just hang on to love, trust, and faith. Know that you're headed in the right direction, and the right people will come along at the right time. The right opportunities will present themselves at the right time. Your finances will increase at the right time. You will step into your life's purpose at the right time. You can't force or rush anything, okay? If you try to push or force or rush yourself or your development or your achievements or success or whatever it is, you are going to miss out on the journey, okay? And you're going to miss specific pieces or important pieces of the puzzle. You'll get off track, is what I just heard. So be aware of your surroundings, be very present, practice mindfulness. That could definitely help you right now. Love, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things, including being where you are right here, right now. Maybe you're not happy where you are right here, right now, but there's always a way to switch your mindset and practice the attitude of gratitude and fall into love and acceptance, fall into love, trust, and faith, right? That everything's going to turn out. All right. You are exactly where you need to be right here, right now. You are learning valuable lessons right here, right now. And it's important to ask yourself, what am I learning in my current environment, in this current situation? What am I learning right here, right now along my journey? What is my soul learning? What are the lessons? Is it a lesson in patience? Is it a lesson in faith, having faith that everything's going to work out? Is it a lesson in love? Loving myself, loving my life, loving where I am, even if it's not exactly where I want to be. Because sometimes if we are always striving to be somewhere else, we're not in our life. We're missing our life. It's passing us by. If we want to be somewhere else and we're always striving for that, then we're not paying attention to our current moment, right? We're not present, and then we're missing out on beautiful experiences, right? So see the good in where you are right now. And don't worry, don't worry, you guys. It's all gonna work out. Ooh, acceptance, exactly. Acceptance. Falling into acceptance, right? This is my situation. This is what's going on. And I know that it won't be like this forever. It's temporary, right? I can trust that everything in life will change, because change is the only certain thing in life. Nothing stays the same. Everything always changes. I can believe in that. I can trust in that, and I can let go. I can surrender, and I can just accept, right? I can accept my life as it is right here, right now. I can accept the place that I'm in right here, right now. I can accept the lessons that I need to learn. I can accept the fact that I can't push, force, or rush anything to happen. It says, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change, right? So some things we can change, other things we can't. The only thing we can really change is ourselves. We can change our mindset. We can change the way we think. We can change the way we act. We can change the way we respond to people, places, and things. We can change the way we show up in the world. We can change our careers. We can change our appearance. We can change a lot of things, you guys, but we can't change other people, right? We can't change other people. And sometimes the universe will put us into a specific situation in our lives where we're meant to learn something, and it's not going to shift. We're not going to be able to move until we've learned that lesson, okay? So we're going to see what that is. I just put the deck on gratitude. And I feel like this is the energy that Spirit is encouraging you to adopt right now, the attitude of gratitude, because we can always be grateful for so many things in our lives, you guys, even if things aren't perfect. But what is perfection anyways, right? What is perfection? Does it even exist? Maybe that's something we shouldn't be striving for in the first place, right? I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. I am grateful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So there's certain opportunities that are available to you right here, right now, and there's certain opportunities that are not. So Spirit wants you to open up your heart and your mind to the opportunities and relationships that are available to you right here, right now. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to settle, but it's just like, I think Spirit's asking you to go with the flow, be a little bit flexible, okay? And don't push yourself so hard to achieve or to get out of the situation you're in, or to get out of the energetic state that you're in right now, because you're meant to be in that state for a reason and learn something from it. Does that make sense? Because I can think back to a time in my life where I wanted to be anywhere but where I was. I was like, oh my God, I just want to be healed, and I want this to be over, and I just want to move on, and oh my God, right? Like, oh my God. But it took time, you guys. It took time for me to heal. It takes time for things to shift and evolve, right? And if I had of jumped ship where I was, or if I had of rushed my healing, then I would have missed really important lessons that were pivotal to my growth and my expansion. So let's see, is this the right deck? Yeah, okay. You're pushing yourself really hard, and Spirit just wants you to take a look around at your life and remember that if you're bored, or if you are feeling like, man, I need to bring more love into my life, That's the perfect opportunity to try something new that you've always wanted to try. Maybe you've always wanted to bake bread, or maybe you love cooking and you want to explore, or maybe you've always wanted to try surfing, or I don't know, like a hobby or something like that, or you want to get more creative. It's the perfect time to find ways to fill up your own cup, okay? The Lovers. So this is about your heart space, true love, following your heart, heart-based decisions. You might be healing the heart space right now as well. You may be afraid that you're never going to find love with another person. And Spirit says, of course you will, but you need to start with loving yourself. Love yourself first. Okay, and take your focus off of finding love and know that it will come in at the right time. If we desire something so greatly, it actually pushes it away. It actually causes resistance. But when we just trust and know that what is meant for us will come in at the right time and it won't pass us by, and we just surrender it up and we live our best lives, for us, for ourselves, and we fill our own cup and we do things that bring us joy, that's when love will find us. That's when love comes in. But it won't come in when we are obsessing over it or searching for it or pouring all of our energy and time into finding love. That will actually push it away, okay? Which seems counterintuitive, but the more that you can just sort of surrender and accept and let go, the better. And we have the King of Wands flying out of the deck. So this is about having confidence in yourself and your own abilities. I feel that Spirit's getting you ready for a leadership position. They're getting you ready for a public speaking position or creating something from the heart space here. What is this thing that you're pushing yourself so hard? Why are you pushing yourself so hard? And you're being really, it's like negative self-talk is what I can hear, you know, like, oh, you're so stupid, or you're so poor, or you're not good enough, or you should have been married by now, you should have been married and you should own your own house and you should have, 5 kids by now, and blah, blah, blah. It's like you're placing all of these expectations on yourself to have achieved something by now, but you haven't. And Spirit's saying you weren't meant to. Okay, other people may live that life, other people may have that path, but you weren't meant to. It's everything that's happening to you is happening to you for a sacred purpose. This is what your soul signed up for. It's okay, right? Like some people are meant to live that life. You're not, okay? Or that's just an example. It's like your path is different and unique to you. And it's just really important that you don't compare your path to someone else's, okay? We're not meant to live cookie cutter lives. A lot of people do live cookie cutter lives, you guys. And honestly, the cookie cutter life is not all it's cracked up to be, let me tell you. So the fact that you don't have what other people have might actually be a good thing. It's time to change your mindset around specific things like that, for example, okay? And start seeing the positive side to things. Like, for example, if you don't have anyone in your life, if you don't have a romantic partner, you don't have a family or kids or whatever, you're free. Do you know how much freedom you have? You don't have to worry about anyone else except yourself. You can do whatever you want. You can go wherever you want. You don't have to ask permission to do anything. You can just do it, Like when you don't have kids, you can just leave the house like that. You can just pack a bag and go. You have freedom, okay? And when you have kids, you've got to make sure you have childcare and you got to pack them snacks and you have to, if we're leaving the house, it's like, okay, I want to leave the house in an hour. I better start getting the kids ready now because it takes us an hour to leave the goddamn house, okay? So Yeah, that's just an example. The grass is always greener, you know? There's always a positive side or a silver lining to your situation, even if you might not see it that way, okay? So don't focus on what you don't have, focus on what you have, right? A lot of you have freedom right now, you know? The devil. Okay, so this is fear. This is fear. You're afraid that you're never going to find love. That's how I feel. For most of you tuning in, you're either never going to find a true love or a romantic partner, or you're never going to find a best friend, or you're never going to find the career of your dreams, or you're never going to find your life's purpose, or something like this. And Spirit's saying, you will, okay? But if you obsess over it and focus on it all the time, that's not healthy for you, and it's actually pushing things away, and it's taking your focus away from the lessons that you're supposed to be learning in your situation, okay? And I also feel like I'm hearing somebody do a lot of negative self-talk, and it's really lowering your vibration. And you're comparing yourself to others, and Spirit does not want you to do that. You're you for a very specific reason. What you are experiencing for a sacred reason, a sacred purpose. And only you have the ability to sit with yourself and discover why that is. No one else can tell you that. You have to discover the why for yourself by doing the introspection. Okay, a meditative practice would be very beneficial for you if you don't have one. What are you afraid of? The King of Swords. Maybe that you'll be alone forever, or that you're not going to find love. I don't know. Or you're afraid of speaking your truth. Or you're never going to be happy, or things are always going to be the same, but they're not, you guys, they're not. What's the lesson that Spirit really wants you to learn right now so that you can see growth in your life? What's the lesson here? What is the lesson? The 10 of Cups and the 4 of Cups behind that. Okay, so it's to surrender. And it's to have the attitude of gratitude. The 4 of Cups, when this shows up, it's about finding the silver lining. You know, I feel that Spirit is trying to bring you things or offer you things. Spirit's trying to get your attention, like, hey, what about this? What about this? What about this? And you're like, nah, no, don't want it. No. And they're like, but, it's right here. It's right here. It's right in your grasp. And you're rejecting a lot of ideas or inspirations or opportunities or relationships that are coming into your life because you have maybe perhaps like a rigid belief, or you're like, nope, I only want that one person. Nope, I only want that one career. Nope, I only want to live in that house. Nope, I only want to live in that city. Nope. And Spirit's saying, well, okay. But if you keep saying no to opportunities, you keep shutting doors that are right there, right in front of you within your grasp. And a lot of the other things that you might have your sights set on are not in your grasp right now. They're not obtainable right now. Okay. Maybe they will be farther down the line, but it's almost like Spirit wants you to be right here, right now. What can you focus on right here, right now? What opportunities are here, right now? And go for those opportunities. Okay. Again, Spirit's not saying to settle, right? Don't settle. You don't have to settle, but open your heart and your mind to other opportunities and possibilities for yourself. Be a little flexible, go with the flow, and know that, yes, your 10 of Cups is coming, okay? But it's almost like you're stuck in an energy of rejecting everything that comes your way, or you're feeling blah, you're feeling bored, You're like, when is love coming? When is that coming? And when you do that, when you focus on it and you obsess over it, and you feel sort of like angry as well, like, oh, it's not coming or nothing's changing, then that's the energy that you're going to create for yourself. And Spirit's like, switch your mindset and know that it's coming. And in the meantime, go out with friends, go out on that date. You know, you don't have to marry that person. If you find them interesting and they're kind and whatever, then say yes. Start saying yes to things, and let go of the things that you can't change, like the things that failed in the past. You know, relationships that fell through, they were meant to. People who, or maybe there's a specific person that you really have your heart set on, but they might not be in a position to give you what you deserve. And Spirit is like, okay, like, know your worth, know your value, surrender, let that go. I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. They want you to see the good in your life right now. Not what's going wrong, or not what has failed, or not, don't focus on what you have not achieved yet. Because again, you're missing your life. You're missing out on your life. Because if this woman would just look around, she would see that there's just beautiful flowers everywhere. There's a beautiful sky. There's, you know, beautiful nature all around her. Lots of opportunities, lots of fun things to do. Okay, so that's just really important. Sometimes we can attach ourselves to an identity or to a timeline or to an expectation of how we think things are supposed to go. And that is connected to the ego. And the ego likes to control things, right? And when we attach ourselves to these timelines, so to speak, it can take us away from the reality of what is actually happening. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes we can create things in our mind that actually pull us away from the truth of our situation. I hope that makes sense. That's the best way I can describe the energy I'm getting. Okay, what can you focus on? What else can you focus on? The Knight of Swords, taking action in your life, taking action towards the things you can take action towards, you know, and letting go of the rest, speaking your truth. I feel like Spirit wants you to get out there, have fun, get out there and have fun, explore. Two of Pentacles. This is doubt, wishy-washy energy, trying to make a decision, or maybe being really, really busy. I think you've got so much on the go as well. For some of you, I am getting a message where you might have so many different projects on the go or so many things on the go, but none of them are succeeding or going the way that you planned. And I feel that it's because you're spreading yourself too thin. You're spreading your energy too thin, and then you can't commit and dedicate yourself to like one thing. And then it's hard for you to follow through and actually complete something. So instead of having one thing that's completed, you have a whole bunch of things that are in progress. Does that make sense? And so Spirit's saying, pick and choose. Maybe pick one thing to focus on right now, focus on that, complete it, and expand on that before you go to the other projects or before you start creating other things or whatever it is for you. too much. You've got too much on the go is what I just heard. It's because you're trying to push or force something to happen. What are you trying to push and force to happen? What are you being so hard on yourself about? What do you really want? What's the pressure? Queen of Swords. Could be that you want a person. It could be that you want to use your voice in some capacity, or maybe you want to write a book and you want to get that book done by now, or you thought you would have had something done by now. The Queen of Swords is very career focused, so I feel like this has something to do with your career, your money, things like this, but it could also have something to do with a person. Why else are you putting pressure on yourself? Judgment. It's like to find your life's purpose. That's what it is for many of you. Or to yeah, it's like purpose. That's what I'm going to say. It's purpose. Or you may even be putting pressure on yourself to heal, or you're putting pressure on yourself to ascend. Some of you might even be trying to force yourselves to have a spiritual awakening or spiritual ascension. And if that's the case, you guys, you can't do that. You can't choose when you ascend. You can't force an ascension. You can't make it happen out of your own free will. You can't do that. The universe decides when you go through an ascension. That's totally out of your control and out of your hands. Completely. When you are ready to go through an ascension, it will happen. Okay, that's for some of you. And in the meantime, love the ones you're with, you know, and create and play and have fun. And don't put pressure on yourself to be perfect or to have your life figured out. Like, nobody has their life figured out, you guys. Like, do you know how many people seem like they do, but they don't? And we can always grow. We're always growing. We're always changing. We're always evolving. We're always developing. Nothing stays the same. So enjoy the ride. Enjoy the journey. Okay. Remember that if you try to jump all the way to Z, you're going to miss out on your life, right? So flexibility is important here. You may also be hoping that you and somebody else get to have a second chance here. Maybe you're hoping you and someone else will get back together. Again, surrendering and knowing that the universe will send the right person to you at the right time, and you don't have to worry about that at all. Ooh, that's confirmation. Okay, where are we at? 28 minutes. Whoop! I just dropped all the cards on the floor. Okay, great. Okay, we're just gonna leave those there. Anything else? They're drawing my attention to the card that's on the pile here. Patience. Patience. I know, right? It sucks. I accept that everything happens in divine order. I accept that everything happens in divine order. That's a very important message for you today. I know it's hard. I feel like one of the lessons you're learning right now is patience, accepting where you are, and understanding that what is meant for you won't pass you by, will come in at the right time when you're ready. But if you keep sitting around waiting for it to happen, you're not doing the work. And you want to do the work and develop and grow so that things come in for you. Okay, so the more you work on yourself, the more movement you will see, the more growth and progression you will see in your life. Okay, everything happens in divine order. The right people will come in at the right time. The right opportunities will be presented at the right time. You will ascend and go through a spiritual awakening at the right time, when you're meant to, in divine timing. And do not doubt. Do not doubt that. Don't doubt where you are. And avoid falling into fear around, oh my God, it hasn't come in yet. It hasn't come in yet. If it hasn't come in yet, it's never coming. right? That's not true. That is just your ego. That's just fear talking, okay? And when you pour your heart and soul into creative projects and your, healthy relationships with your friends, your family members, your kids, your pets, it takes your mind away from your troubles. Create, play, laugh, have fun, enjoy your life, try something new. Maybe join a team, try a new hobby, get out there, develop yourself. Develop yourself and have fun. So there's good in everything, even the time when we're single or we're feeling alone or we're going through a divorce or, when we're in solitude. When we're in solitude, that's the perfect opportunity to learn about ourselves, right? Usually spirit will put us in a hermit type of energy when we are meant to develop our spiritual gifts and do a lot of introspection and discovery and spiritual growth, because we're not going to do that when we are surrounded by a bunch of people who are distracting us, right? So again, everything happens for a sacred purpose. And turn to the energy of awareness in the present moment. Be here, right now. Because a lot of you, what I'm picking up is like you're living in fear, the fear of what if, right? The fear of what if I never get that, or what if I never find that, or when is that coming in? And then you're chasing it, and you're feeling maybe even desperate in a sense, right? And spirit's like, whoa, switch that energy, okay? Know that it'll come in. Just trust, love, trust, and faith, okay? And see this as an opportunity to take action in your own life and do things for yourself and find out who you are and what you like and what you don't like, and the 10 of Cups is coming in for you. Have no fear. Love is here at the right time. Okay, so I feel like I'm getting very repetitive, but I do hope you found this helpful, you guys. I really do. And I say this with love, and like we've all been here. So I know what you're going through. I do. But everything will make sense soon. Okay, it will, because I feel many of you are meant to assist people with their journeys. And how can you assist people with their spiritual journeys if you haven't gone through all of these spiritual lessons yourself, right? So yeah, enjoy where you're at. It's perfect. Mwah, it's perfecto, okay? Bye.